Bulavinaka, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, and a very good morning to you. It is indeed a pleasure to be here today to officiate at the 2022 School Prefects Induction Ceremony. And I sincerely thank the head teacher, the school principal, head of school, for his kind invitation. Today is an important and memorable occasion for students who will be inducted as school prefects for the first time. And I can feel your excitement. It is a big day for you. For those of you who have been chosen as prefects, you have proven not only to yourselves, but to your friends, your teachers, and your parents that you are a leader. That is why you are selected. You must have displayed your leadership qualities. Now, when you become a leader, you're required to lead by example and not by force. A good leader will only be able to earn respect by his or her actions and deeds. When you think of your classmates, and when you see that your classmates are doing something wrong, it does not mean that you ignore that and move away. You need to guide them to the right path. You need to be with them. You need to talk to them so that they listen to you and they actually display the behavior that you would like to see. And of course, if they are stuck, they need your guidance. You need to rise up and help them. I encourage you to always set good example so that others may follow. Leadership is about serving. So as school prefects, you must have a positive attitude to serve and not to be expected to be served. As parents, you also have a major responsibility ahead of you. And you have played a wonderful role, particularly during the COVID school closure. During that time, I remember that the children were at home. They were at home, and the parents had to look after the children. And you became the first teacher during that time, because most of the teachers were at home, and they were trying their level best to guide the children, but you were right there with your children, and you managed to mold your child, motivate them, and encourage them. And that's why I would say that South Taveuni Secondary School achieved a very good pass rate of 91%, and this school stood first in the Kondrove province. So in whole of the Kondrove, if this school attained highest mark, it is a great achievement. And today I want to thank the teachers for the good work, but equally thank the parents and the students for taking this responsibility on their own selves. Because school closure was not for only 1 month, 2 months, it was for more than 6 months. And it's a long time to close the doors of schools. And this is the first time we all have experienced what it's like not to send your children to school for almost half a year. It's not easy, but we all survived. We all survived. We've opened the schools, the children are back again, and we have started our new academic year, which is 2022, with a strong footing. And today we will witness the induction ceremony of our school prefects. Now, to the rest of the students, I'm confident that your perseverance and hard work will lead you to success. There is a lot to learn from old scholars of South Taveuni Secondary School. I have been told about Richard Tavata from Navakavau village, who attained his secondary education at South Taveuni Secondary School. Richard graduated from Pacific Flying School in Nandi And today he's an aircraft engineer at Air Lodhala Limited, that is at Lodhala Island Resort. Now that is a wonderful achievement from your school. I have other success stories of ex-students to share. For example, Andilisi Tulia, a farmer's daughter, originally from South Taveuni. She scored 323 out of 400 in her Year 13 examination in 2016. And that was the highest mark in Takandrove. So there is something about this school, there is some magic going on, that the school is doing extremely well. Andilisi graduated from USP and she now works as a human resource officer again at Lodhala Island Resort. We can also look at Kelera Velelala, a military officer with RFMF, and Philomena Bulimaimbao, a nurse at CWM Hospital. These old scholars should inspire you to aim high and achieve your dream. Free education has opened doors for countless Fijian children who would have not been able to receive education otherwise. Can you imagine? A farmer's daughter. If she had not done well in those days, then there was no other option for parents. Only two options. First, you have to withdraw your money. You have to withdraw your money from FNPF to pay for your child's education. And second, if you don't have any money in your FNPF, I'm sorry, the child will stay home. That was the situation previously, but no more now. And as parents, you all understand the importance of free education to your family. The free education being granted by the Fiji First government has changed the education completely. We not only provide free tuition, we provide free textbooks, we provide free bus fares, and recently we have also introduced free sanitary pads for our children. So you can imagine the contribution the government has made towards the education of our children. Gone are the days when the parents had to decide which child will go to school, which child will stay home, just because parents did not have money to pay for the tuition fee or to buy books or to pay for the bus fares. And often, the person who missed out were the girls, because we had this very traditional thinking that girls should stay back, after all they'll get married and they'll settle down. The boys will stay with us, let's educate them because they will look after us. And that was, in my view, a very sad decision, because our children are equal, whether they are a girl or a boy. But things have changed, and it has changed for better. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, the government has also provided free education right from preschool, primary, and up to secondary school, and then to tertiary level. For tertiary level, we have introduced toppers and TELS. These are the two schemes that the children can opt for. Toppers, if you have got really high marks, you will qualify for the various programs that is being offered under Toppers scholarship. TELS, again, if you choose to take this loan, you can study and you can repay. In other words, you don't have to rely on your parents' FNPF or rely on the banks to give you the loan so that the children can study. In those days, I recall, if a family had 6 or 7 children, it was a major difficulty for the parents to actually send all their children to school. It was not possible. Can you imagine? Each family trying to fork out about $50 to $80 every term, and if it's for 6 children, that was a substantial cost to the family. But ladies and gentlemen, while the government is providing all this assistance, I'm encouraging students that you can realize your dream. There's nothing coming in your way. It's entirely in your hands. What you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to get to. It's for you to set your vision, and you have to achieve that dream. And it's possible. Let me tell you, under Toppers and Tails, to date, 53,000 students have been assisted. 53,000 students. That means 53,000 students entered university and other teacher training institution through TALES program. And that's a very big number. For the new academic year 2022, the Fijian government has committed funding for an additional 8,609 new intakes. There are 5,000 funded places for those students who wish to make careers out of TVET program. And because I have an opportunity to talk to the parents who are seated here, and obviously to the teachers and students, let me emphasize a bit on TVET program. We have a culture within our community where we tend to underestimate the importance of TVET program. This is our technical and vocational courses. We tend to think that anyone who does TVET program, they're very weak in studies because they can't go to university, therefore they'll end up doing TVET program. We also have this funny idea that those who study TVET, they are not paid well, they'll be always working for someone. But let me tell the parents, sky's the limit for TVET. Children who take up TVET program. This year, there are children who had more than 300 marks. They opted for TVET program. They opted for TVET program because there is a big realization that TVET program will give you a guaranteed job. TVET program will lead to formation of businesses. A child who studies carpentry can ultimately form a company, and they can run their own business and they can employ many other people. Again, a student who does bakery courses, graduates in bakery, he or she can open up his or her own business. And then again, they will be making a lot more money. And a good example that I would like to share with you is those of you who are aware of Ragwan Construction, right? He graduated from FIT in those days, and today he's running his company, Ragwan Construction Company. He's a very successful businessman. He employs large number of people. He has four-wheel drive, beautiful home, quality of life has improved. So I don't understand why we have this idea that all our children must become doctors, lawyers, accountants, economists, or dentists, or even school teachers. Success is there for all professions. It's about an individual, what he or she wants to become. And I'm encouraging parents to think differently and teachers to mold the child based on his or her talents. It should not be that if a child is not academic oriented, it does not mean that he or she is a failure. Absolutely wrong. That is not the case. Every child can succeed depending upon what your interest is, what your talents are. So you can be whoever you want to be. And that's the message I want to give you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to re-emphasize that every child is born with special talents. It's for the teachers and the child and the parent to realize that. And once you realize that a child has got a special talent, you should allow that child to explore, rather than saying, no, you must become a school teacher or you must become a doctor, when the child is not even interested in that field. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the parents and teachers for giving support to the students all this while, and to all parents who are here this morning. Please continue to play your part in the education of your children. Continue supporting their growth. Do not discourage them to work towards their vision. If that's what they want to do, just be that supportive parent they would like to see. With those words, I wish the prefects, teachers, students of South Taveuni Secondary School all the very best and a very, very successful 2022. Do remember, you need to break the record, 91%. Let's see what happens this year. So I'm putting pressure on the principal and the teachers now, along with the students. Binaka Bakalevu, thank you and dhanyawad.